Welcome to this sacred space, made more sacred in this moment by the presence and attention of each and every one of us. Good morning, and welcome to the Winchester Unitarian Society, a caring religious community devoted to spiritual growth, social transformation, and environmental responsibility. And as a welcoming congregation, we affirm the full inclusion of people of all sexual orientations and gender identities. For those who don't know me, my name is Martin Newhouse, and I am the worship associate this morning. Today, as one more wonderful installment of our summer services for 2025, we welcome Dan Hermes as our service leader. And we are looking forward to Dan's reflection today, which is entitled Graceful Honesty. As Unitarian Universalists, our faith does not require us to believe in a dogma, a tenet, or a creed. And among us, we believe many different things. We prize freedom of thought and open, honest discussion and questioning because these, we believe, enrich both our spiritual lives and our work in the community. Indeed, we can still today proudly state, as the first minister of this society, Richard Metcalf, did over 100 years ago, we do not regard even the best creed as final. We look for new truths and new statements of old ones. We maintain the unlimited right of free inquiry. But while our faith does not require us or impose any dogma on us or belief, we recognize that it does call on us to do certain things. And among these, we recognize and affirm the inherent worth and dignity of every person. And in that spirit, we greet with joy and fellowship all who are gathering with us this morning, both in person and via live streaming. We welcome you all. Just a couple of things. Immediately after the service, please join us for coffee, conversation, and refreshment in the Sims room, which is the room located right behind the sanctuary. And if you are here in person this morning, please stick around for this community connection. And at around 11:30, all are invited to join us for a discussion of today's service with our service leader, Dan Hermes, in the parlor, which is next door to the Sims room. I now invite our friends in the sanctuary to turn towards the camera near the welcoming banner and offer your greetings to our at-home friends by waving. And for those here in the sanctuary, let's take a moment to turn and greet each other. To the spirit of worship.
This morning's service invites us to explore how truth.
Hold on, Dan, hold on.
Yeah?
Is Dan's microphone on? Okay, now.
Testing. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Marty. This morning's service invites us to explore how truth, offered with care, can strengthen the bonds between us. Together, we will reflect on the delicate art of speaking openly while honoring the hearts of those we love.
Now invite my co-summer conspirator, Liz Lintz, to light the chalice. And I will read the following words. We light our chalice in the spirit of connection, hard won and easily lost, speaking, silent, expressing, and listening. Guide us all to a wiser vision in our most cherished relationships. And now let us please, I invite everyone to rise in body or in spirit to join in singing hymn number 34 in the gray hymnal, Though I Speak with Bravest Fire.
All right, is it on? Okay, I'd like to invite everyone who's young and young at heart to come join us up front. How old do you think is Bob the Praying Mantis?
They usually live for like 1 year, so he's an infant. I'd say 2 months.
Still an infant? All right, go ahead and take a seat.
A few months, that's old.
Okay, in praying mantis months, that's pretty old. Okay, so today's sermon is about honesty. Go ahead and take a seat. It's about honesty and communication. So, can anyone tell me what communication means? Ira?
It sort of means like when you're talking to someone and they understand you.
Yeah, so talking and being understood is a big part of it. Anyone else? Jeremiah?
Is this honesty or something?
Honesty and communication.
It's like telling people the truth. Honesty is telling people the truth and not lying to them, and communication is talking to people openly.
Yeah, perfect. Talking and talking. So, can you communicate without talking?
Sign language.
Sign language. What are some other ways we can communicate without talking? Ira? You just did one, right? Moving, raising your hands, pointing. Lua has one.
Hugging, high five, thumbs up.
That's right, yeah. So that's communication, is getting your feelings across so the other person understands them. Has anyone ever had a miscommunication? You have, Ira?
Communication is, I think, where sort of mean one thing, but then the person thinks that it's different. It can be a lot of things. It's very confusing.
Right. So today we're going to watch an episode of Bluey about communication and miscommunication. So Jay, can you help us out? All right. So let's sing our little communicators out to RE. The words are in your order of service.
Good morning. Today we want to share a dramatization of an actual exchange between C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien. They were both part of a literary group known as the Inklings that offered support and feedback between writers. Lewis, you know, Tollers, if you spent less time fussing over every blessed sentence, The Lord of the Rings might be done before the world ends. Tolkien, raising an eyebrow. Yes, I've heard you felt that way, and if you spent more time fussing, Narnia might have kept its Greek gods out of the same wardrobe as Father Christmas. Fair shot. I held my tongue when you first read it to me. Didn't want to bruise your delight. But the truth is, jumbling all those myths felt like throwing fine china in a sack. And I thought you were just being quiet because you liked it. No, I was being quiet because I like you. They both paused for a moment, as if weighing their words. Then they clinked glasses in renewed respect and understanding. So then, you'll speak up sooner, I'll speak softer? Deal. Now about your talking animals.
We now come to that part of our service where those who wish to share can come forward and light a candle to celebrate a joy or concern or a sorrow or anything you think you'd like to tell us about. So we invite people to come forward. And when you do so, please identify yourself so we all know who you are. And if someone would like to have a candle, would like to light a candle but won't be able to come up here or doesn't wish to, Liz will be carrying candles, so just raise your hand, we'll bring a candle to you.
Good morning. I'm Jesse Weinstein. I have a joy to share that my parents are going to be visiting starting later today, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them and sharing us and our very soon upcoming baby and all of the things related to that with them. So just wanted to pass that on.
Good morning, everyone. I am Kim Foley, and I would like to light a candle today for my Uncle Carlton, who is having cardiac surgery tomorrow at Tufts New England Medical Center. He's having a valve replacement, and I hope you will all keep healing thoughts for him in your day. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to share some joy. My name is Scott. I'm Lisa's father, and I'm just glad to be here with Lisa and Dan and my 3 grandkids.
Welcome. It's great to have you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hi, my name is Donna Reed, and gosh, I have so many things to be thankful for. I had cataract surgery the last couple months, and I feel like I've had 2 eyeball transplants. I can see better than I have ever seen in my entire life. except for right now, I can't read because I have to get new bifocals, but it's just amazing. And Raymond and I just got back from a nutrition study at Tufts, and it was just such a wonderful experience. And we met two lovely people, well, lots of lovely people, the nurses and the doctors and stuff, and it just makes me so glad that I live here, and oh my gosh, I learned new things about drinking water, and anyway, so I hope I get to talk to all of you after.
Hi, you know who I am. I just want to light a candle of concern for my dear friend Chris Like, who's come here many times, particularly to our concert series, who's having a pacemaker put in next week.
Anyone else? Okay, so Martin's going to light one more candle for all of the joys and concerns that we hold inside and that remain unspoken.
Stillness, which we'll sing while being seated. I want to tell you two stories about people, perhaps neighbors, perhaps friends. The first is about two gardeners, and the second, 2 social media influencers. I'll begin with the gardeners. Each morning they met at the fence. "Your rows are tidy," said the second gardener, eyes skimming the bare earth. "And yours so full," said the first, looking past the weeds. They smiled politely, each thinking of what they did not say. Through the season, the first kept trimming, the second kept letting things grow. Each noticed what the other could not, that too much cutting stunted the blooms, and that too much freedom let the weeds take over. But neither spoke the harder truth, nor asked to hear it. By autumn, the first gardener's plot was neat as a swept floor, the stems short, the flowers few. The second's was a riot of green, petals half hidden in tangle and shadow. They stood at the fence with their tea, nodding to each other over the rim of the cup. The frost would come soon. Next, I want to share with you a tale of 2 social media influencers. They always sat at the same cafe table, phones between the cups. One posted every day, bright, perfect photos, hair and light just right, captions trimmed to a single sharp line. People tapped like in seconds, but moved on. Pretty, but they didn't linger. The other posted whatever she felt like it, whenever she felt like it. Crooked photos, odd angles, long captions that read like letters to an old friend. The few who got through them stayed and talked in the comments, but most scrolled past before the point showed up. For months, they kept their opinions to themselves. One rainy afternoon, the second put her phone down. "Your photos are gorgeous," she said, "but I can't see you in them. They could be anyone's." The first laughed, a little embarrassed. "And yours? There's something great in there, but you hide it under too much. I have to dig to find it." They sat for an hour swapping ideas, not about algorithms, but about how to let people in. Over the next few weeks, her perfect feed started showing messy corners, chipped mugs, bad hair days. The long rambles turned into something tighter, with the heart right there in the first lines. By winter, you could see the change. The gallery felt alive. The journal pulled in strangers who stayed. At the cafe, their phones lit up with more than quick hearts, people writing back, telling their own stories. Outside, the rain blurred the glass, but inside, their reflections leaned toward each other.
Hello, everyone. It's been a while since I've seen many of you, and I'm glad to be here today to again see your smiling faces. I want to talk to you a bit today about today's topic, graceful honesty. Numerous people have told me that they get their true lessons in communication from raising their children. Kids are a mirror for us. When we're clear, they resonate with that clarity. When we're off the mark, and with our statement, they stand directly next to our miss in confusion and amusement, or with actions that are far from what we intended. Children execute upon our mistakes with such accuracy and precision that if we take the time to step back and realize the source of their undesirable behavior, we can see it as a faithful rendition of exactly what we said to them, or neglected to say. In the spirit of children, I submit to you a collection of theorems, considerations and variables that play into the equations of human communication. I've entitled it Protocol of Communiques. Though we may be prepared to phrase precisely the object of our expression, our statement should remain quivered if we do not first ask the questions, are they ready to hear it? If not, then we have a tough decision. Are the words important enough to supersede the potential consequences of their lack of natural receptivity? I will refer to this as the cost-benefit analysis. Do they have the capacity to understand? If not, then we might be honest with ourselves about our motivation. Our speech is for our own benefit alone. Will it hurt him? If the answer is yes, then again, the cost-benefit analysis. Most communication decisions can be distilled to a minimization of harm. How much will it hurt him, and how might my phrasing hurt as little as possible? Once the decision is made to speak, a most elaborate calculation might transpire to deduce the most effective, least damaging delivery. Shall I use a light touch and hint at the matter, or must I hammer it home to make it worthwhile? Might a compliment sandwich be effective? You know the one: compliment, criticism, compliment. Or could a gentle voice and a soft touch on the shoulder soften the blow? Why is there no reason to discuss the rendering of maximum pain and discomfort in our communiques? It's simple. Isn't maliciousness second nature to most of us already? And there are few topics more at the heart of Unitarian Universalism than kindness. But back to the protocol. Once we've decided to speak and calibrated our tone, then clarity is the matter at hand. What is the best way to help her to understand? If we miss this mark, then we should never have spoken at all, because here is the recipe for the misunderstanding, which, if seeded with strong and negative emotions of any kind, is the mother of the argument. Our options for painting the clearest picture are timeless and legion, as we may call upon everything from pedagogy to rhetoric. Making our point clearly and succinctly gives the recipient the highest chance of comprehension, with the added benefit that if they are displeased, at least it is because of what we said rather than our having said it poorly. Leading us to the matter of politics. Regardless of whether we are voicing an update, a request, a commentary, an opinion, a critique, a praise, or a question, optimizing receptivity to whatever comes out of our maw has everything to do with understanding and acknowledging the role, circumstance, and mood of the person whose ears we are intruding upon. Empathy and compassion can shape our clumsy blathering into compelling and persuasive rhetoric. How are they going to feel about what we have to say? This is a more diverse and subtle query than the earlier discussed pain mitigation. For here, we are regarding their opinions, their feelings on the matter, the effects of their mental and emotional landscape. These are the primary considerations and protocols in human communication, as best I could cover them. Their priorities and strategies vary depending upon the person and the situation, but they all bring us to the ultimate protocol of communiques. Are we prepared to listen to their response? With that, I submit to you a final story about a family at dinner. The Morgans always tried for dinner together. No phones, no televisions, just food and conversation and family. One night in early autumn, Emma took a bite of her father's stew, winced, and said, "Too salty." The words were flat, like stamp on a paper. Her father set his spoon down and pushed the bowl back a little. Nobody asked for seconds. A week later, Jacob stopped Emma halfway through a story about a group project. "That's not how it happened," he said, grinning like it was nothing. Emma's mouth stayed open for a second. Then she reached for her water and let the story die. In November, their mother, who usually listened more than she spoke, reached across the table to pat Emma's hair. "I still don't like it short," she said. Emma had just been talking about how confident it made her feel. She went quiet, tracing circles on the rim of her plate. The meals got quieter. Everyone chewed more, spoke less. Everyone felt the chill, but no one spoke about it. Everyone thought about the dinners and the family, seeing for the first time their own roles in their play. After that, the rhythm at the dinner began to change. Where once voices overtapped and jokes tripped over themselves, there were longer pauses, more silence between bites. Conversation grew careful, clipped, as if everyone had started weighing their words before letting them out. It was nearly Christmas when Emma was helping her father in the kitchen, tasting the stew before it went to the table. "It's so good," she explained. And then, "Maybe just a pinch salt less time." He nodded and handed her the spoon. That night, Jacob waited until Emma's story had run its entire course. Then he paused and suggested, Do you want to tell the version where you got caught in the rain?" She laughed and started again, bigger this time, with everyone listening. Their mother only smiled, smoothing Emma's hair. The food wasn't any different from all those other nights, but the table felt lighter, as if everyone had decided to say only what was worth saying and to season the truth with care.
Thank you, Dan. The morning offering will now be generously given and gratefully received. I invite those who wish to do so to join me in reading together the affirmation of shared ministry that is in your order of service. We gather not for ourselves alone, but to use our common power to build the beloved community within and beyond these walls. We create and reaffirm this covenant this day to make justice flourish, to practice compassion amidst difference, and to embody transformative love. Now please rise in body or in spirit for our closing hymn, number 91 in the gray hymnal, Mother of All.
We leave this circle of honest words and open hearts, carrying the courage to speak with care and the grace to listen with love. May the truths we share guide us, may the bonds we nurture hold us, and may our kindness endure even when it is hard. Until we gather again, be honest, be kind, be happy, and most of all, be loving.
Please join me in reciting together the familiar words for the extinguishing of the chalice, which you will find in your order of service. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. This service has ended, but our life of service continues. Please let's gather in the Sims room, which again is behind the sanctuary, for coffee, conversation, and refreshments. And in about a half an hour, we will have a discussion with our service leader, Dan Hermes, about today's service, and that will take place in the parlor. And I hope those of you who are able to do so will join us for that discussion.